Ah, it's worked. Hello. Now tell me, can you hear the menu in the background? Very, very quietly. I'm trying to ascertain whether the sound works. Let me turn it up a bit. Can you hear it in the background? Okay, you're hearing it. Good. Good, good, good. So, hello Kangafango. Today's journey in Train Simulator will be a standard one for 5 British. That's a clue as to what we're going to be driving. Yes, I'm hearing it. Good. Stream title, Up by the Border, there's this railway. Yes. And tell you what, I'm just going to show you the map. Just going to show you the map. And by gonna, I mean going to. That's the way it's supposed to be said. So, this is where we shall be driving. Let me make sure the camera's not in the way. No, let's move it a bit further up so the chat's not in the way either. So, you can see this is part of the UK. It's up here. It's actually in Scotland. Look here. Because this is going to be the Western Lines of Scotland map, which goes all the way from Stranraer, maybe? And it goes all the way over, past Dumfries, and all the way down to Carlisle. It's quite a long route, however, it also has a branch to Kirkcudbright, down here at the coast, which connects up, and this is in the steam era, before the beaching acts happened, so I would assume the 50s, probably. And the journey we're going to be taking today is, well, the journey itself is going to be starting over here in the west, at Stranraer, I don't know. And the journey itself is going to go to Dumfries. However, we won't have anywhere near enough time, so we're just going to see how far we can get. Kirkcudbright. Kirkcudbright. Scottish Gaelic. Tracy Coalfield. I don't know. Dumfries. About this sound, listen. Dumfries. Scottish Dumfries. Yes. Dumfries. Okay. So, now that we've all seen the map, I'm not going to quiz you on it later, because that would be quite rude, I think. Expecting a fun stream and then getting a quiz like that. So, let's just hop over. So, if you haven't seen it before, this is Train Simulator. I'm assuming you have seen it before. Might take a moment. There we are. The map is over here. Not that one. That's another. That one doesn't work. This one. West of. Actually, here it says West of Scotland lines. The Port Road. So actually, in standard, because this is a standard scenario. It's not Korea. This is going to be this one. Solway Trader. Run the full length of the Port Road between Stranraer, I have no idea, Harbour and Dumfries with a stopping passenger train. It is a beautiful summer afternoon. You will be expected to stick to the timetable. Well, we'll see about that. Ooh, Black 5. Oh yes, Black 5. Sorry, that was the thing. Because it's a British Standard Class 5. So let's begin. I mean, the journey itself, if we did the whole journey, the game thinks it's going to take 170 minutes. So, 170 minutes. No, not 17, 70. 170. I don't think we'll have time for that, considering that this stream is only supposed to be 120 minutes long. Stranraer. Ah, interesting. Yeah. I think I would need to hear it being said to remember, basically. Those trees look like the ones in trains. The ones on the left with the... Oh, they're gone now. Never mind. This is also Black 5. If I'm not mistaken, which I don't think I am. I can hear swallows flying by. Oh, that was nice. That was so nice. I doubt that it would be able to be picked up on here. Yes, on here. I'd have to take it out of the stand and move it over, but it's attached to a cable, so there's not much. I saw him. Oh, you did? Oh, well, then let me have a listen to this if I can possibly do that. The trees, yes. There are the trees again. Good. Let's have a listen. Can't hear anything. Stranra. They say Stranra. I thought Stranra. Because in the Phoenician... Is it Phoenician? Phonetic thing. Phoenician is something different. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Here we are. So, you are in charge of the 12 o'clock Stranra, however, to Newcastle Solway Trader Service. Load your passengers and prepare for departure. Phoenician, yeah. Well, it's Phoenician alphabet, so there we go. Let's open the doors. Here we are. If it's too loud or too quiet, please let me know. And we are actually on the, well, by the harbour. So you can see this is all the way west, to the western end of this route. You can see it goes back that way. That's the way we're going to drive. Not this way, because, well, this isn't Thomas the Tank Engine in the newest iteration. Or really any of the, well, the older iteration as well. But anyway, so this is our mighty locomotive, a Black 5. Looks like it could use a new coat of paint, but I'm sure it is still functioning perfectly fine. And yeah, so. But yeah, a bit too quiet maybe, and I'd have to hear it drive to tell. Okay, well in that case, let's turn it up. If you have to hear it driving to be able to tell. How about that? Want to hear the whistle? Probably too loud now. Wait, what did you say about Thomas? I said that we're going to be driving this way and not that way because we're not Thomas. Thomas the Tank Engine. Didn't get it. Was typing, you see. Yes. Oh, hello, Beeger. Hello, Mr. Snipes. How are you? This is the Western Lines of Scotland map. We're just gonna see how far we can get. Is this too loud? This might be a bit too loud. Is this too loud if it's just driving by like this? Hooray! Yes! That was it. Get whistle. It sure isn't in as new condition. Yeah, it isn't. It needs a good coat of paint, but I mean it's still perfectly functioning. Right away, drive up. Our next stop is Castle Kennedy. Right. So, okay, let's get going. Right. That was the whistle. It has two. If you're moving slowly, it's only got a little burst. You can't hold it back. But if you are going faster and then you press and hold, then it does have a normal whistle you can hold. That's the short whistle. But if we're going a bit faster, maybe it's about 20 miles per hour when it switches. I don't know. Look, there's even an animated boat on the water. That just vanished. It's fine. Okay, 30 miles an hour. Hello, yes. Right. Faded teal, lovely. For me, Mr. Snipes is a very nice blue. It should be fine, but we'll see. Okay, well, yeah, good. Then just let me know if it comes up. There's a 20 miles an hour coming up, which hopefully we'll have time to make more. I only just spotted it. There we go. Slowed down a bit too much, but it's fine. Right, turn it down a little bit. Okay. Maybe like that? Is that better? Right. Oh, this is great, this is. Last fella I watched drive a similar loco on stream suffered a fatal blowback in a tunnel. Ooh. Yikes. Yeah. Must have had the firebox door open. Or maybe stopped time, depending on what loco it is. Yikes, yes, Rebirth. Are they chasing that famous harbor dolphin? Oh yes, of course they are. Stranraer harbor dolphin? Is that a thing? Should I maybe try it down a smidge? In the cab it's very loud. Cheers. Yeah, he went in with the firebox door open. Yeah, I mean that happened to me too when either when I don't pay attention because I'm reading chat or when I only just started playing the game and I had no idea that that was a thing. A little smidge down more, maybe? Maybe. Okay. Sure, a little bit. How about that? Is that better? Yes, great. Okay, our next stop is just about a mile away. Thanks. Yeah, never been to Scotland, Ireland or Wales. IRL, that is. IRL? Yeah, nor I. Nor I. Well, I have either. This is the sound of the horn if you're going a bit faster. Of the whistle, sorry. It's a nice press to hold one, or press and hold one. Never been over an ocean. I've been under an ocean in the Channel Tunnel. I should probably start slowing down somewhat. Hopefully. Oh, of course, the speed limit went down before the... Oh, of course, it's fine, it was at the signal, that's fine. I mean, this doesn't have points anyway, so... Because it's a standard scenario. Oh, there's another one coming, look. Hopefully we can get everything on the platform, although I doubt that with this... No, I'm going to go a little bit far beyond and then I'm going to stop here. Hopefully. No, I can't get anything. I can't get everything on the platform anyway. Let's open the doors like this. Yeah. And a black end, yeah, that's hanging over as well. That's okay. So this is Castle Kennedy. Nice place. Where's the castle? Oh, look at that. Plane. An airplane. By the way, driver, our next stop is Dungret? Dungret? Dungret. Dungret. And I've never been to Ireland, period. Neither in-game nor in real life. And I've... right. I have been over an ocean, like twice on a ferry. If the Isle of Wight ferry counts, which I believe it does. Ooh, train... There it is, towards the right, when looking behind the train. What do you mean? Do you mean the... Yeah, you mean the other train? It was there, I promise. Castle. Oh right, castle. Nope, don't see it. There's a big fancy house, maybe this is it. But I don't see a castle. We're only going 40 miles an hour, but it already feels quite fast, I think. Okay, and there's the next station, 1.75 miles away, when I said it. Or when I started saying it anyway. Dunragged, platform 1. Let's just do a quick flyby here. Okay, station's approaching, it's a mile away. Let's start slowing down a little bit. Possibly I started slowing down a little bit too soon, but it's fine, I think. Another thing that's nice is that quite a few of the stations on this map actually have water towers that are functional. So you can actually, if you don't have that much water left, you can refill. So that's actually a very nice thing, I think. Okay, let's slow down a little bit more. You can hear the steam blowing off it. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of pressure, but that's good because the speed limit is going to go back up after we stop here. Okay, now stop. Ah, that's an interesting aspect. Okay. I mean, yes, we're fouling the crossing. But I suppose that's okay. Yes, that's okay, car. Yes, here we are. Dunragged. Quite nice. Little good siding. Getaway driver, our next stop is Glenluce? I don't know. I thought the audio was fine, but sometimes it is still a bit challenging to understand what you're saying. Maybe turn it a little more down? Okay. Sure. Maybe that's better. Once upon a time, a common sight. Once. True. Sigh. Looks like the kind of town one needs many hobbies to keep sane. Yeah, it could be. So, according to the signal, the next signal is going to be red, so that is something we need to be cautious of. Also, is that a train in the distance? Yes, it is. And yes, that signal is red, probably because of that train. Yeah, because that train is blocking the path, so once that train's passed, we can probably just continue straight ahead. Yes, yes, you can go in a minute. Although, saying that, with the hobbies, if you're living in a town like this, like in an age like this, then you'll probably you're probably not going to have that much free time. And yes, indeed, the signal has cleared. The hisses are quite loud, that's the thing. Well, that isn't very strange, because the hisses are supposed to be loud, because they are loud. Hello, hello, Slevadido, how are you? This is the Western Land of Scotland. If this weren't audible all the time, it'd be better. But oh well. Okay, I'll turn it down a little bit more then. 49% perhaps. And everything else is a bit quiet. Or is that better? But now the sound of locomotive is a bit quiet, don't you think? Maybe not. Maybe it's good. Look, there's a double-decker bus up there. The red one. I'm doing fine, you? Yes, I'm doing fine as well. Quite a nice route this, so I can definitely recommend it. Right. Hey you! I'm a just lurk working on the bolt system for the VR50M on my computer in Cyprus. Oh, okay. That's fun. Trace, this is fine, thank you. Any lower and the sound effects are gonna need to be closed captioned. True. The thing is that it... Yeah. It is getting quite quiet now with the sounds. Right, locomotive hiss. Yes. So, hey, says you can recommend it, but will you? I might. Send a player. Yes. Locomotive clanks along track. Yes. Can you hear the clickety-clack, clickety-clack? Can you hear that all well? And the chuffing. Can you hear the chuffing? Like, isn't it a bit too quiet like this? Maybe just listen to it now. Hello, Captain Jenks. How are you? Clank. Hey, I think I've watched your streams before a few times. Welcome. The chuffing is clearly audible. Yes, we can hear it. Great audio mix. Okay, good. It feels less alive. Yeah, it does a bit. Yeah, I thought I recognized your name. Indeed it does. I'm good, thanks. Ah, likewise. It does feel less alive. It feels less real if you turn it down, because in reality they are quite loud. You're more clear to listen to though. Yeah, that's the counter argument. Okay, the next station is coming up very soon. Going to need to slow down a bit for the next speed change, which is down to 40. Next signal is clear, that's good. speed's going down to 25 soon. I think this rate of deceleration should get us there fine. Hopefully. I mean, I'll give it a little bit more. Hey, we're not at the speed limit yet. The speed sign's just ahead. It says at the bottom the 25 is here, by the signal. Although I suppose it makes sense that it's on the track, though. I'll rechat when we're docked, as it were. Docked at the station, yes. Those are some creaky brakes. Okay, here we are. Open the doors. That's plenty of coal. Right, so how do we do? Well, the last one's not quite on. Quite a nice station this as well. Interesting road here. Yes. Maybe time for a nice screenshot? Maybe time for a nice screenshot. No, not an ice screenshot. No, a nice one, yes. Maybe another one from a little bit further back, because there needs to be space for the banner. Maybe this one? Sure, let's try that one. Okay. Indeed it does, was referring to yes, we can hear it. Good. Yeah, you have to shout on the footplate, but it's a nice sound. I agree. Wish I still had an audio compressor, then it'd be fine. Yeah, it's in the wrong place. It's at the point where... Yeah, it makes sense that the speed limit, that the lower speed limit would... I mean, what I can do is I can just bring this a bit closer so that I can talk like that, and that way I'll be a bit louder. That might be a thing. Let's try that. Let me up the volume just a little bit with the microphone a bit closer. Although I guess if at that point you could just turn it up all in all, so that really wouldn't change that much, because you could just turn the volume higher at that point if I increase both things. If I increase my volume and the volume of the locomotive at this hopefully same ratio, then it's the same thing as you turning your volume up, so that wouldn't really help. I see. So how is everyone today? I'm good. Creepy brakes and creaky. Kuju sounds. Oh, are they? Is the Black 5 just a modified Kuju one or is a new one? I know Bosman Games made an all-you one, but it isn't. But this one isn't it. It's a slightly modded Kuju one. By RSC, sorry. All right, gotcha. Thanks. Good. I've only played one other session, which was the morning cargo one, down from the branch over to Carlisle. And they put quite a bit of effort into their sessions, if that's any indicator. Right away driver. Our next stop is Kirkcrowan. Like, for example, just placing this guy there, this animated guy, just waiting there. Our signal, of course, is clear. Good. What I should probably do is release the brakes quite a bit before we depart so that when we have to depart, I only need to release them a little bit. That might be a clever thing to do. Like, for example, this. Look, you can see there's just a guy with a tractor there who wants to cross underneath, but it's just flooded, so it's a bit stuck and for some reason wading in the mud. We have a lot of pressure. We can afford to use some to accelerate. Also, we can fill up a bit more water since we've got so much pressure now, so that's really good. Let's save, just in case it crashes. The coaches don't have interiors, by the way, but they do have like a guard window position thing, which is useful for shunting or maple leafing, if you've watched some of my previous streams, or on my Discord server. Next station, let's see. The BMG one is the best Black 5 going. Yep, probably is. I thought so, but it's also the most pricey. I mean, I don't doubt its realism and attention to detail, but still. Maybe I'll get it someday. Maybe. Get it on a sale. True. Shalace, how far are we going, Newton Stewart? We are going as far as we can within the time that we've got, basically. Because this is the scenario that goes all the way to Dumfries, which is the game says, the menu says it'll take us 170 minutes, so 170 minutes, which we don't have that much time in the stream, so well, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Oh, look at how nice this is. Just a nice ride through the countryside with a steam train. Right. Perhaps, if I get it all, I will. I think the scenario goes all the way to Dumfries, but he'll be stopping somewhere in the middle. Ah, okay, that's a long way. True, it's worth it. You mean the locomotive? You mean the BMG? Not Beam NG, but BMG. A Black 5? I mean, that's stunning, that is, I think. Let's get a screenshot with more terrain detail. There we go. That was nice. Ooh, or perhaps one like that, if the little thing at the bottom would get out of the way. There we go. That might look nice. Or maybe something more like this. I know I should really pay attention. But hey, I should really pay attention. Ah! If you're inside the cabin, you look out, that's when you really realize just how fast you're actually going. Which, by the way, is 56 miles per hour. A whistleboard. Good. Oh look, and they've even placed some old rails on the tracks there. Between the tracks, I mean, not on the tracks, between the tracks. That's nice. Also a nice cab, this one. You can see the tender shaking about. We're about to crest the hill, which means we're going to go down quite fast. So we might actually hit the 60 that we're allowed to do here. Shredder's Bosman Games BMGs. Yes, the Bosman Black 5. Well worth it. Nice. I should really open the blower when I put the throttle all the way down to 0. Although with that we are now getting quite a bit more steam than we need, so we're blowing off. Nice countryside. Bit flat at the moment, but it'll get a bit more hilly later on. Oh, we're about to speed. Come on. There we go, we didn't speed. Haha. I spotted it in time. Should we just put a little bit of pressure on? There we go. Or rather off, because the pressure is what's holding the brakes off, so put a little bit of pressure off, really. Crossing that, so we whistled for it. Okay, now it's flattening out a little bit, so I'll apply a little bit of throttle, which means we can turn the blower off. I'd love to go walking in this countryside, in these woods and all this. That'd be so nice, especially if you'd see the steam engines going by. We're going about a mile a minute, which is nice. When we're going to downhill again, I can put some more water in the boiler because at the moment it's only 40% full. Since we don't really need boiler, and we're blowing off anyway, so I might as well do it now. Oh, there was probably a follow, it sounded like, coupling up. Ah, hello, thank you for... Oh, you're hosting! Ah, thank you for hosting! With one, which is probably you. Oh, we're speeding! The host has caused... No, sir! No, sir, police officer, it wasn't me who sped, it was the host who caused me to speed. Yes, thank you. Thank you as well. Oh, there's another one. Oh, speeding again. Oh, we need to slow down anyway because there's a 25 coming up. Let's see if... Though this won't do the job, we need to slow down a bit more. Firstly, host, then a follow. Yes. Thank you for that as well, for coupling up. Oh, and the thing's red. Okay, we need to brake quite a bit more. The signal's red. Let's see how this will go. Is that next signal actually red, though? No, it's not, we're just turning off. Okay. And that means that speed limit's probably by the junction as well, so I should probably slow down to 25 now, which we're already at, so we're going to actually slow down too much. Let's see if the speed limit will be enforced where the junction is, where it's supposed to be, or later on where the sign is. Ah, it's where the junction is. Haha, I have learned. Kirkhowan. Kirkhowan. Cowan. Kirkowan. Kirkowan. I'll reach out once we're stopped at that station. Oh, but that signal's red. I think I maybe overreacted a bit with the brake. I just spotted that signal is actually red there at the end of the platform. No, come on, push it a little bit forward. I want to stop with more coaches on the platform. Come on. Yes, I know. Just a little bit. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. And just stop here. Just stop there. That'll be fine. There we go. Oh, but it's such a nice station as well. Look at that, with those pine trees and... Yes, they're 2D, but in this game... I mean, this game can pull it off, I feel. So nice. This might also be good for a screenshot. Yes, I haven't forgotten that I wanted to read chat. I will do that, and I will do that. Okay. You will see. You will all see. I will read chat someday. That's a bit too far away, probably, for a thumbnail. Although, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. That's not great with the tree, with the contrast. That's too dark. Although... maybe something like this would be nice. Ooh. Anyway, right, chat. Hello, yes. I see. I'll watch some bits of it. Nice. Can't wait until the real-life Prince of Wales P2 number 2007 is finished. That'll be nice, yes. Or as it would have been called if the naming scheme continued, Duke of Rothesay, as far as I know at least. As a trainee fireman, it's very accurate in its modelling and responds well. Wow, congratulations. Not passed yet. But it's something, at least to be doing that. I mean, I would love to drive a fire a locomotive, drive a steam locomotive in real life, but I have not had the chance to yet. Although there is a heritage steam railway near where I live in the UK. Right. But still though. Also, did y'all hear? Smokeworks Big Boy released yesterday. Yeah, was on the footplate of 35006 Peninsula and Oriental today. Ooh, today! Very nice. We're back, sure. Don't have myself as of yet, or any of his others, but they look well detailed. Oh, lovely, sure. When you climb aboard a Black 5, yes. Firstly host, then a follow. And then another host. I have auto-hosting enabled. So yay. Great. Yeah, this bank is a tough one for breaking. True. If I had been paying more attention, I probably wouldn't have sped. Although I might still have. Right one for the upline. Welcome back, Captain Jenks. And thank you for coupling up to the Paradise train. No, don't make it a thing. Don't make the Paradise train a thing. I don't like that. That seems like one of those brand things. Like if like when YouTubers or streamers call their subscribers or followers the ducklings or the, I don't know, the kobolds or whatever, and then it's like all that branding stuff. I don't like that. I just don't like it. It's okay, Gangango. Should I throw it into emergency? Yikes. Well, I don't have a feel for how the train breaks yet, so... Should I join the local one? Which is it? Should I join the local one? Which is it? The one that's local to me it's actually two. It's the Dartmouth Steam Railway, as well as the, what's the other one called? The South Devon Steam Railway. 2 actually, so very nice. So the one that goes from Kingswear all the way to Paynton, and the other one that goes from Totnes all the way to Staverton, if I remember correctly. Can't join it at the moment, but it would be really nice. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I won't. I like the Sharadice train. It works. Yeah, it works, but it just reminds me of all that other stuff, and I mean, if you want to make it a thing, then you can, but I'm certainly not going to, well, I say certainly. I'm probably not going to, what's the right word for this? Actively support it, there we go. The Superpowered Train Squad, lol. XD. Ah, nice. Shades, SDR and SDR? DSR and SDR? Neat. They're quite local to me too. Shockingly. 2 nice lines. I'm on the Glossworks. Works? Ah, right away driver. And next up is Newton Stewart. However, the signal's still red because I'm guessing we're approaching. Yes, there's a train coming the other way. Good. That was my guess. I'll look that up, the railway. In the meantime, let's just have a look. Glassworks. There we go. Ah, that looks very nice. He's slowing down a bit quickly. I mean, of course, I took a thumbnail there. I was never going to take a thumbnail there. Right, so our signal's still red. Should clear soon, though. Hopefully. There we go. Oh, and I didn't do the thing about releasing the brake that I said I wanted to do. Bye, Captain Jenks. Thanks for stopping by. Shadows, Totnes, Buckfastleigh via Staverton, yes. Paynton, Kingswear via Tristan. Ooh, Gloucestershire and Warwickshire. Alright, great stuff. Right, that was the website I was on as well. Ah, here we go. The train has kindly informed me that it's time to move by already starting to roll ahead. By the way, this stream will be archived, so yeah. Oh wait. Oh, you didn't say that. Oh, I misread that. I thought you said, right, I have to be off now. Alright, I have to go, alright. Because you said right, comma, then something and have. I recognized right and comma and have. And thanks. So I thought, okay, you're going. I didn't actually read the message, so that's why I thought you were going, but you aren't, probably. Right. I misread it. Right. We have the road. Yes, the right of way, the road. Yes, we have the road. Thanks. Locomotive Noir. A crime film featuring Thomas and friends. That would probably be very interesting. Shadows, never-ish. No worries. Why bye? I'm not going. We got the road means the points are set and signals clear. Yes, I know. I just misread the message. Because I more looked at the words as... I more looked at the sentence and tried to recognize that because I hadn't read the chat above that yet. So I thought, oh, you're probably going, but then I decided, oh, I need to quickly say bye in case you were going, but then it doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay, no worries. And all of the cast are painted in BR black. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Wait, is that? No, that's fun. It's just the rust. Noir. Yes. This next station is a nice one. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Newton Stewart, platform 3. Actually, one second, I'm just going to look. Okay. Right, that's fine. That's all good. Oh, we're losing it quite rapidly. There we go. I had it on too high of power setting for a while there. Let's put a bit more coal in the firebox to compensate. Nice, looking forward. Have you done the big bank yet? OPR is the next. Is it the next one? Or is the next one? I don't know. I don't know. The next I've only driven. I've never driven on this part of the route. I only got it. I only got this route today. So it's 1 in 66. Don't think I've done it. I don't think I've gotten to it yet, but I haven't been keeping an eye on the grade indicator. I've got Newton fairly close to me RL too. Ah, you'll enjoy it. Oh, I'm sure I will. Already puts my hand on the brake. Hello, Alcinor. How are you? Oh, look at that, poppies. A field with poppies in it. Ah, you don't see much of this nowadays. Well, depends on where you go, I suppose. Charles, good afternoon, sir. Charles in chat. Good afternoon to you too. Hey, this is the Western Lines of Scotland map. Driving from west to east. Go east, life is peaceful there. Well, actually, it depends where you are and how far you go. Bridge, river. That's a lot of buses to meet for a country road like that. Look at that, 4 buses. 4 buses meet, and each one being led by a red. Look at that, a red lorry there and a red lorry there, with a train going up there. That's just beautiful. Beautiful, I tell ya. Hey, no, hello. Today's, will we get RCT3 today as well today? Oh, alright, we're actually technically past it. Well, I mean, technically we're supposed to do RCT3, but I'm really enjoying this. I mean, if anyone, it depends on you, what chat prefers. Do you prefer us sticking with this for this stream, or do you want us to switch to RCT3? And we could do all Train Simulator. I think that's probably enough coal for now. Let's put in a bit more water as well. Actually, wait, where was the other one that switched? Alright, down there, I see. Yes, good. XTTD. Haha! That is bizarre, that is. Okay, I have to pay attention here because it's about to go really quite steeply downhill. I mean, it's gonna go downhill either way, but one way is the way we're physically going downhill. The other way is where we're going, well, metaphorically downhill. Bus rally? Perhaps. Some are just leaving it, some are just coming towards it. Okay. Or is this all TS? Let's do a bit more TS. Good. Thomas, why are you speaking in a fake New York accent? Sir Tom asked. Also, take that silly fedora you cut a hole in and put around your smokestack off. It's silly! Yes. There is a speed challenge at the bottom of this hill, too. Oh, there is a speed challenge. Oh, there is? I had no idea. Sorry about that. Just thought I had something in my throat. It's fine. Oh, there we go. We're approaching the speed. Let me get the brakes ready. It's a 1 in 100. Too much brakes. Let's reduce the breakage a bit. How's that? That seems reasonable. Another double-decker bus. I do like them going around. It does make it feel like, well, like Britain. Change, not challenge. Yes, speed change, not speed challenge. I recognize. I accidentally set it as challenge. We thought, oh, that looks kind of like challenge. No, that's change, but I still set it as challenge. So going down to 40 and then to 15. Should probably start braking about now. Might be good. That's enough water. Usually I'd handle the brake with the keyboard, but in this one the handle is quite slow to move, so I prefer doing it with the mouse pointer. Oh, did I forgot to whistle? I think I forgot to whistle. That's, I think, enough braking for now. But sir, you mean, what's with the wisecracks, Topham? XD, yeah, that. Hey Gordon, get a load of this guy. Hey Gordon, get a load of this guy. He thinks he owns the place. Yeah, there's the speed indicator of the 40 coming up. I mean, it should have been enough if I slowed down when I saw the indicator. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? That's probably not a very good accent. Probably a terrible one. But it's fine. How's that signal looking? That is telling us we're going to diverge. Good. So I need to actually slow down to 15 probably quite soon. Or 25. Probably 25 because the signs are 25. But at the bottom it says 15, so I don't know. Oh, is the 25 for this bit? Maybe for this bit. We may... No, that's fine. Okay. That's interesting. Ah, it's probably for this junction here. That makes sense. Ah, we almost made it. I went in at like 17 instead of 15. Yes, you're right, this is a nice station. I can imagine a switching scenario being quite a lot of fun here, because you've got a great view, and you've got the main line, you've got trains going by, and it's not too big of a yard to be intimidating, really. Okay, let's try here. Okay, people getting in and out. Newton Stewart. I'll leave the brakes at maybe like 16. Sure. Ah, Ireland, holidays. The Giant's Causeway, yes. The world-renowned wonder in Civ 6. Yes, I can tell it by the pixels. It's nice that they have... I mean, it would have been so easy for them to make the scenario in a way where... it's just nothing's going on here. But no, they've got it so that when the player arrives, there are 2 trains going on. Look at that, 2 trains. While you wait. Ah, there's the town. I was thinking, oh, are these all the houses? Where's the town? And then... Oh, right, there's the town. Oh, that makes sense, yes. Right. Chalets. No, I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at a whole another direction. You were looking at me, weren't ya? You were as well. Maybe. That's it. 25 is if you go over there. True. I thought that I was, but I wasn't. Alright, Clank. This is... Yeah, Clank, I know. This is a nice yard. It is. Lovely. Come on, Percy. Come on, Percy. Let's blow this joint. Thomas puffs away from the roundhouse in a huff. True. Right away, driver. Our next stop is Creetown. Creetown. So we've got the single. Yes, we've got the single. Good. Just double checked. Ooh, look at those hills in the distance and the patented train simulator fog. Look, and there are people standing here having a conversation. This guy's just looking around. That is nice. Oh, that's a bit of a jolt there. I should have probably left the blower on while we were stationary. The other engines looked at each other with deep concern. I can imagine. They fell for my plan, the clawed big diesel said, hiding behind some crates. Yes, as diesel engines do. Also, I wish there still was a gettable BR Class 13 for this. Yeah, I suppose that would be nice. What is this? They need to implement hobos catching trains in this and requirement for the player to keep an eye out. Yeah, that would be fun. Although I suppose if they don't steal or damage anything, what's the harm? Oh, did not mean that. What happened? Ah. No. What happened? Must have accidentally pressed a different button. I wanted to take a screenshot and instead exited, well, not exited luckily, but switched the game. There we go. Oh, there's a 50 coming up. Okay, let's not accelerate any more than 50 then, seeing as we're about to come up on 50. Oh, there's one thing about Thomas the Tank Engine that I've noticed in the latest, I think, 2 seasons, which is that whenever the engines are getting told their orders, like Big World New Adventures thing, yeah. Anyway, it's mostly, I mean, it's quite a lot of fun to look at all the stuff they get wrong. I know that sounds a bit cynical maybe, if that's the right word. But in terms of storytelling, it's really not that enjoyable. But it's, yeah. Anyway, they're at the roundhouse, you know, where they can only exit onto the turntable. And they've got the thing where it's like, okay, this end, you do this thing, and then say, okay, you two do this thing. And then both engines, one engine starts moving, and as one is moving, the other one starts off as well. Even though there's only one track for the turntable. And it's like they both start moving at the same time, and they would like, just off screen, they go off screen, but they would collide into each other before they even get to the turntable. I was speeding. Come on. I know it's fun to speed, Thomas, not Thomas, but other engine. Whatever, number 44826. It's fun to, I know it's fun to speed number 44826, but, yes. You know that it's a bit dangerous as well. Lower should always be cracked open. Yes, if you're stationary, it should be, as well as if the throttle's off. Just cracked, not full. Yes, but the thing is, I can't really do that with this HUD. Even when moving. Even when moving? Really? I mean, I suppose you would know. But I can't really crack it open, because I don't have access to these controls. I have to do with the button. So, I mean, I could drive it with the interior controls, like without the HUD, but then, Whistle! Just not full. Just coming up to 50. The speed limit, I mean. Oh look, there's a platform here. Overgrown one. What's the station? Oh, look at that, that's hanging off. Palnur. Oh, look, so many buses. What a lovely bridge. Right. You just need to keep an eye out. Most turbos are harmless, aside from them potentially being in danger clinging onto a wagon while the train is in motion. True. Yeah, shadows, even when moving, yep. They still exist in North America and have traveled far and wide, camping out between two grain hoppers. Yes, I know. I mean, there are even. It's the one in the dead middle. This one. Yeah, I thought it was that one, but it just wouldn't show up for some reason if I look over here. I thought it was that one. It was that one. Yeah. I mean, there are videos of people on YouTube of them going like across states between grain hoppers and stuff. Which, I mean, it's not that safe, really, if you don't know how railways work. But if you know how railways work, then, well, it's still of course risky, but it's your own responsibility. I think that in modern times, far too much personal responsibility is taken away from the individual and transferred over to legal entities like companies, for example. Like, okay, yes, you can tell me that I'm not supposed to do this, but I haven't entered a contract with you saying that I'm not going to do it, and it doesn't violate common law, so I'm allowed to do it lawfully. And yes, maybe it's my own responsibility. If I choose to do this, then that's my responsibility, but I guess it depends on what the thing is. If it puts others at risk, then yeah. But if it only puts yourself at risk, then personal responsibility. There you go. Of course, guidelines should be there. Like, okay, this is dangerous. There's a dangerous space. If you're here, then you're in danger if you're not careful. I'm just thinking speculatively. This is not necessarily to be applied to railways in general, but just as a whole, I would say. There's a 40 coming up. Good thing we're already only doing about 40. Cretan platform 2. That was a loud rooster. To be able to overpower the sound of the locomotive like that. Oh, but just look at that sweeping vista. No, not Windows Vista. And those tracks going around the corner and the steam train. Isn't this is just beautiful. Let's just quick save. Yes, I've seen the 20 that's coming up. We probably shouldn't have to apply the brakes that much since we're going uphill. Although a little bit of braking is probably a wise idea. Oh right, it's at the junction again. Oh, of course, that now we're actually going to yeah. Ooh, that looked a bit dangerous. Yeah, it was at the junction again. The thing at the bottom confused me a little bit, because it's a bit too far back. There we go, just rolling gently into the platform. Well, not into the platform, but next to the platform. And look, there is a water tank here. So, actually, let's quick save. I mean, we could fill up with water here again, which shouldn't break anything, hopefully. Close enough. Open the doors. And, oh, actually, it's automatically filling up because I pressed T. So you can listen to it. There we go. We've just filled back up to 4,000 gallons of water while the doors are open. Because it's both on the T key for load, unload. Huh, look, a diamond. Interesting. Right, I will read chat now. Or very soon. Okay, it's the one dead in the middle. Yes. Some have YouTube channels and document their rail travels as sort of income. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, with mobile phones and stuff, that's really a possibility. I mean, although I guess getting income with that... I mean, I don't suppose it's much. Sure is. And again, the red flatbed lorry in front of them. Yes! Teenagers in small towns still do it too. As long as you know your stuff, as long as you don't underestimate how dangerous a railway is, and as long as you know how railway operations work, so you know, okay, that whistle I just heard means the train's going to set into motion, so I better hold on tight. Things like that, for example, I think would be important to know if you are going to do that. That's the thing with Combustion Engine. With the TVS series, model series, the sets always looked nice, and each set was always unique. Even Right Away Driver, our next stop is Gatehouse of Fleet. Nice. And each set was always unique. Even if you're not listening to the narration or reading the signs, you would often still know where you were. With the CGI series, so much of the visuals was sacrificed. So much of the sets just look so incredibly generic. Literally, just grass, shrubs, and trees beside the tracks. And that's with every single stretch of track between stations. Yes. I mean, if that was an actual DLC for Train Simulator, I would definitely not buy it, because it would just look bad, the scenery. It wouldn't look beautiful. Live in a small town and want to go to Montreal for the weekend. That's the only way without a car or bus route. Yeah, I suppose it's really the railway's fault, because they don't have many passenger trains in the US anymore. Well, the ones that connect small towns and stuff. And the characters' faces too. They've been overly simplified and lost quite a lot of the character, in my opinion at least, in comparison to the TVS ones. Alright, are they freight or passenger trains? The view here is my favorite on the route so far, yes. Freight, since there are no boxcars anymore, is usually between hoppers. It would be nice to do a slow freight on this line all the way. It would be, if I had like maybe 5 hours spare. Would take a few hours though, yeah. And also, in the late TV series era, and early mid to mid, and very late CGI era, a lot of the stories were also quite poor, like the classic 3 strikes you're out formula, true. It's been heavily overused, and also the one in the early CGI era where Toby is afraid of forests. Like, why? Yeah, especially since Toby is such an old engine that lived in a very scenic area where it's mostly forest and mountains, and is an old engine. It's already got a lot of life experience. Like, for example, Emily is canonically in the season. Like, okay, they were the starting single wheelers were built in 1870, like from 1870s. So so that would be to 2000. It would be 130 years. So to 2020, it would be 150 years. So if you imagine about how much time. How much life experience that engine should have, and then you can see the engine acting like a small child. Well, reading, yeah. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Unless I've miscalculated. Please double check my calculation. There are no passenger trains unless it's a main line via going between cities. True. King Fango, why they got poor when they moved away from Audrey's books, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Okay, let's get going. Oh, we've got very little water left in the boiler, about 40%, so let's put a bit more in, shall we? That might be a thing that's useful. What a lovely view. Oh, again the jolt across the points with the super elevation. And that's a bit janky, but it's fine. It doesn't deduct points like it does on the Woodhead line, the old one. There's a spot where it's very janky. Like I think it's the super elevation. It's like there's a huge jolt. But well, it deducts points. Let's go already with the thing. By thing I mean train. There we go. Starting to get a little bit of speed up now. It's going uphill at 1 in 80. 182, I could say. That's probably why we have a bit of issue accelerating. But we've got lots of pressures, that's fine. Like they were just thinking, okay, what are children afraid of? Forests? Yeah, that's a good one. Who should we slap it onto? Toby? Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, that sounds accurate. Yep, Toby was a dockyard engine. Well, in the stories, I thought you were maybe. I don't know what it's like in the books. I haven't read the original ones, the original books. But I thought that in the TV series, the one with the models, wasn't he like a? Wasn't he? Didn't he have his own line in the mountains in the north of the island? Yeah, north of the island there lives a dear old train. Da 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 da, Toby is his name. Da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun dun. Isn't that how it goes? I thought that's how it goes. Maybe that's not how it goes, but I think that's how it goes. Perhaps. Haven't read the RWS myself, at least not yet, but I can see that. Oh, I learned to read with them. Oh, that must have been very nice. I find Toby slightly grating. His character brings me frustration at times. Do you mean... I mean, Toby's... like, from what era do you mean? Do you mean, like, the one from the Railway series with the models, or do you mean the CGI one? Ah, that is nice. Yeah, there's a story about it in the books. And we're getting up some speed, we're getting up some speed, da 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 da, we're getting up some speed. A bit more coal would be nice. In the firebox, that is. A bit less coal in the tender and a bit more coal in the firebox, that would be nice. Yeah, there's a story, right. I do want to read them someday. Alright, and the Caldi Fell engines, never televised. Ah well. Right, sorry. Just keeping an eye on our speed as well. Yeah, we really need to keep up the... Yeah, the blower is helping, I think. No, it's not doing anything at the moment. Because we're going so fast that it's not changing the pressure, because we've got so much exhaust steam that's already pulling the fire towards the smoke box. So we don't really need the blower on at the moment, because we're going at a reasonable pace. Yeah, that doesn't change anything. Alright, yes, but before that, he was a LNER dock engine. Ah, right, that makes sense. Toby is very kind, but sometimes I want to shout, "Get on with it! You will get your normal bell back soon enough." I can see that. I can see that. My two favorite engines, like in the model railway, like with models, you know, the model. Hence why I said model railway. Yeah, were Edward and Toby. But just because of their wisdom, because they usually didn't act like, well, just quite as immature as a lot of the other engines. North of the island there lived a dear old train, a little tram engine, Toby was his name. He's quaint and old-fashioned, he's careful and wise. His coach is Henrietta, and she's seen better days. Is that how it goes? The melody to that, I think? Or something like that, Alright, is that CGI, Sears, or TVS? I don't even remember at this point. All I know is I first noticed it when he was so uncomfortable about not having his normal bell. Yeah, I seem to remember something about that, but I also don't remember which series that was in. Oh, we need more water, definitely. We're down to 34%. Ah, oh no. 34%. Wouldn't want to get that crown plate exposed, eh? Yes. If you don't know, the crown plate is the shield that's kind of at the top of the firebox that kind of winds down towards the cab. And that is being kept cool by the water. If it doesn't have water on it, if there's too little water, then it will melt, or rather the I think they're lead, like the little cylinders that are designed to melt through to then vent the steam through the firebox into the cab to try to stop a boiler explosion, but basically it's a boiler explosion. That's probably enough coal, I should hope. Okay, I mean, this is a beautiful map, but all these trees that are the exact same 2D image looks a little bit jarring. I mean, you could have, over there you've put in multiple assets, but here it's, well, it's only a little spot. Oh, and that's red. Is that because we're diverging, or because the next signal is actually red? We'll see. I should really not have dropped the throttle yet, because we are actually still going uphill. Can I see? Okay, it is clear. It's clear. Okay, but there is we are going down to 40 there, so that's gonna be interesting. We're already below 40, so we don't even need to slow down. This looks beautiful. Oh, speeding? Why speeding? 20? Oh, 20. Did that change? Did the junction switch? Or did I not see it before? Did I just miss it? Oh, well, that's annoying. Oh, well, we need to stop here. Did the junction change? Oh, and there's a red. Oh, well, that was unfortunate. Hold on. I want to load the last save game. Did I just actually miss that completely? Or did the junction change? That's my question. Can you look at the... Actually, I can look at the clip myself. 1 second. I want to try to see if I can clip that. I may have just actually completely missed that. Let's see. No, the junction changed. It says 40, nothing, 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 and then 50. No station, no anything. 1 second, I'm just looking at the replay. No, pause, 1 second. Yeah. It's still not displayed that there, it's just 40. 0.17 miles, 0.16, 0.15. 1 second, let me have a look. When did it change? Ah, look at that. It changed as we were going through the 40. That is so sneaky. I'll publish that clip so you can have a look at it. That is so sneaky. Hold on, you'll see it at the bottom when we go there again. Luckily, I only just saved, so okay. Let me copy that to the clipboard. I'll paste it in. Have a look at that clip. You can see. Watch the bottom. I mean, there is a sign here that says going down to 20 if you're diverging, but that's not I mean. No, I suppose you're right. That is pretty much warning enough. But no, it says we're not diverging up here yet. That's odd. Let's just let it roll down to about 20. Let's have a look. Let's watch the signal and what that has to say about the whole situation. Can we move past this? Huh. Look at the bottom now. Wait, what? We're going right? Ah. I think the saving and loading may have broken it. I think saving and loading may have broken it because we're supposed to stop on the left platform there, I think. Please, if you remember, we went on the left platform. Oh, that's a bit annoying. I'll give it another go. I'll load it, maybe this time it will work. It'll route us onto the right thing. It was going so well up until that point as well. Let's just retry that. I mean, I can read a bit of chat in the meantime. It's been a decade or so since I have watched the TV series, but a Toby episode I really liked was Toby the Tram Engine. The first episode of this, of his. He had a 3-chime installed, and he was so self-conscious about it, he became a non-useful engine. I think that was a CGI episode. If I remember correctly. In the CGI episode, Toby is really... he doesn't have that much wisdom at all. Which was one of the things that he had in the old series. Let's see if it'll work. What if I go into this map view? Nope, it's still routing us over to the side. Why? You're not supposed to do that. We need to go into platform 2. Maybe because I went through the portal. Maybe it was already through the portal. Nope, we're going over right. That's not going to work. Unless it'll switch it. Unless it'll switch it. Let's see if it'll switch it. Then I suppose the only thing I can try is reverse back through the portal. Although if I go through the signal, then that's not a great idea. Will it do it now? Will it switch it? Will it switch it? No. It will not. Okay, let's try it. Let's reload again. Then I'm going to reverse back a bit. Then I'm going to go forward and try going through it again. See if that fixes it. Right. Right. My favorite is Duck. I didn't watch the CGI ones. Yeah, the CGI ones aren't great. They don't have basically any... Well, they don't basically have any charm. Or the sets aren't really beautiful and really dumb stories most of the time. Okay, now, quickly. Before it's too late. Where are we? Did we go through the portal yet? That might be it. Okay, it may not have registered us going through the portal. I don't know what they do in Train Simulator, but that sounds like the sort of thing that might have caused it. So blower on and stop. Come on. Come on. Yeah, stop. Yes, release brakes. Backwards and go. Well, maybe not slam it on that hard, but... Let's try it. Okay, okay, I should probably put the brake on a little bit because, well, going downhill after all, so don't want to go too far. That seems reasonable. Let's see, okay, we're going through what it says is portal. So let's go to about back here. That should be fine, going to back here, and then trying to go forward, so... For once, I did look at the thing correctly at the bottom, and it was the game that well. I think that should probably do it. Brakes, please! Yeah, this in forward gear as well. Okay, come on. That's enough water for now. I'm gonna save here. And then let's see if we can go. May use a bit of sand as well, just in case we get any wheel slip. Oh look, this locomotive even has sand particles at the bottom. Look at that. I know the ones on the Riviera line in the 50s also have that. And they've actually got red sand in there because, well, in Devon you've got lots of red sand. That's nice. That's a nice detail. Now let's see if this will work. Okay, let's put the brakes onto self-flapped. Well, we're not going to be on time, but if we can proceed at all, that'll be good. Sometimes, if you've noticed, sometimes I think of, I want to say a sentence, I want to convey a thought to you, and then I get to a point where I think, oh, there's a special word for this that's just very fitting, that explains the thing I want to explain in great detail, but then I can't think of it for a bit, and then I just say a really basic word. Oh! What? Hello? slow down maybe? Other train? Or that could happen. Huh? How? What? Wait. Why? What? Huh? Also, is it still moving? Oh. I mean, they've got a banker, so that's... It was going so well. I guess what I could have tried, now that I know that the train went through the signal here, through the signals, even though I was in the signal block, red signals, even though the train went through there. That seems buggy. That seems really buggy. On the part of Train Simulator. But it's a nice station. Tell you what. I mean, what I could have tried is going in on the wrong platform, going to here, then letting the other train pass, if it's going on this track, then going backwards, through the signals, through the portal, then going upwards and hoping that that will trigger the junction change. However, since I saved the game down there, I can't really do that. I'm going to rechat. I mean, I can give it one more try maybe, but with leaving you with this image. Because that's something you don't see very often in Train Simulator, luckily. Okay. Shall I say yes like that? Spot on. Yep, that's the tune. It's not that high, but yeah. That's the gist. Fusible plugs, lead in the center, that melts. On some engines, it is actually that high. I've seen diagrams, but maybe it's just the odd one out then. Spad! Spoilers. The railway he was on was closing, but the stout gentleman, sort of I met, visited the railway shortly before it closed with his family. Soon enough, the railway closed down after Toby's last run on it, and of course, him and his crew were sad about the closure. The next day, Toby got word by his driver that he was offered to be purchased by the Soda Railway, and he agreed happily. LMAO, if I recall correctly. There's the tree again. Kangfango, yeah, but there is another story about his NER days. Ah, that is nice. There's also some incredibly disturbing stuff, some disturbing YouTube fanfic stuff. I enjoy some of the more normal ones, but my gosh, there are dark ones out there. Yes, if you think about it, Thomas the Tank Engine is really quite dark. I should get around to reading the RWS stories, Wilbert's and Christopher's. There's the thing. That's a dirty move, that is. Ah, yes, I saw it. Trash move, lol. LMAO, this game. Yeah, but I mean, it was fun to play. I would have liked to continue enjoying the railway, but... Ugh, I feel a collision incoming. Yes. Eek! Oh! Wow. Yeah, this game. Press G. G? What does G do? I can try that. I don't know what that does. Ah, trigger point? At least in trains you could just drag the train back a bit. True. A portal just removes AI when it's out of view. Pressing G may not work as it's the key to change points. Depends on if the dispatcher has locked them out. Yeah, well, the thing is, I looked on the map as well. Oh, can't even show you the map because the train's derailed. But it's not it's an automatic point. It's not a manual one. And about TTT's season 25, the thing is, the exact idea of turning it into a cartoon with really big faces and an eerily similar art style, judging from the concept art seen on one picture, was pitched to Wilbert and Audrey in the late 80s, I believe, and he declined it, saying no. Saying no. He said that he doesn't want the show to be Americanized because people would be so obsessed with Thomas that they'll turn it into something totally different, straying very far from Audrey's original idea. Jump! And look what they're doing now. They're throwing Thomas and all of the other engines around like they were toys made out of rubber. Unlike the TV series and the railway series, they don't even treat crashes realistically anymore. The train flies off the rails, they just crane it onto the rails, no problem. Worst thing to happen is that they get sent to the steamworks, but that's it. And with season 25, it's literally the same idea that was pitched to Audrey 40 odd years ago. XDDDD shared eyes. Yeah, this picture broke. And they're just going ahead with it because Audrey's dead and he can't do anything about it now. Absolutely disgraceful, disgusting and despicable, if you ask me. Oh, the indignity, some might say. This is gonna be on the news. Yes. The save and reload destroyed it. True. But I wouldn't have had to do that if the game had told me which way I was going beforehand, as it usually does. Guess they really want you to play RCT3. No, that wouldn't have worked. The train will follow the set path, even if you are there. Boing. The crown is below the washable plugs. Oh, right, washout. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Sodor, The Dark Times is set in World War II, I think. And Alfred, the evil NER B-12 steamer. The only one I've watched, a 3-parter. Do be warned, though, it's very grim. Just like World War II. Yes. Well, actually, okay. Oh, and it has actually rolled to almost buffer up again. I mean, I don't think I could couple up to it, could I? I mean, no, it's not on the map. The thing is, my train looks like it's still fine. Yeah, I can still drive my train. My train hasn't derailed. Like, if you look here, if I release the brakes. Or, has it? I don't think it has. I can release the brakes, so... Well, this guy isn't. He's literally been pushed so far backwards that he's embedded himself in the wall, but she's fine. Well, maiden trains a decade or so ago, or a decade old or so. I doubt the passengers inside are still fine. No, this is a TS creep. This is TS creep. It does that when it's broken. I know. Wait, so my train can't go. So it has actually derailed, even though I can still modify the controls and all that stuff. Okay, well... Tell you what, I want to give it one last go, just in case. One more go, even though the dispatcher is probably still going to be broken. However... Actually, if the portal deletes trains, then maybe it will delete the AI train if I wait behind the portal. That may be a thing. Okay, where are we on the map? Are we behind it? Are we behind the portal? Yes, we are. We're a good way behind the portal. Let's give that a go. Let's see if that would work. Can we see the train yet? Probably not. Oh, we can actually. This is now eerily similar to Source Code, to the film Source Code. Yeah, but the thing is, this train may be one of the ones that it's supposed to despawn. That is a chance. And I want to see if that's a chance. Yep, he just went right by the red signal. This eerily simple, yeah, Source Code, where they're in the train and then it's blown up by a bomb and then he gets teleported back in time through his memories, then he's back and he has to try to save the girl and do all that stuff. We need dramatic action music. Dum 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 da dum 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 da dum dum, stuff like that. I mean, like foreboding music, like dum 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 dum, and then quick cut back over to the other train, and then cut over like this, like dun 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 da da dun 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 dun, things like that. And no, I'm not gonna reverse, because if it doesn't delete it, well, I guess I might as well. But it's not really gonna do anything, and I don't think it's worked. Although it may be, the portal might be there. Nope, it's not gonna do anything. And you know what? Nope. We're not having a look at another crash. Okay, well, the stream's over anyway. Well, yeah, 2 hours have passed. But it's fine. It's fine. I mean, now that I know what's going on with that, what I might do is, now that I know what's going on with it, I might drive to that point off stream and then save it there, so that then maybe next time we can continue on from that point. That sounds like a nice thing to do. Right, so let me read chat. Right. Beep, beep, beep. That was a big hit. It was. XD, true. It may do that. And they say trains are the safest way to travel. I'm so uncomfortable right now. I miss my meeting at work and I'll be late for tea time. Oh. It depends if they routed it into it. Yes. Which they didn't, so that passenger. AI trains despawn at portal only if it's listed as one of the if it's listed as the one it's supposed to despawn at. Yes. Yes, source code. Scary. Hopefully. That train's supposed to crash. There's no way of preventing it. Yeah, it's like in Doctor Who terms, it's a fixed point in time. You can't change it. Source Code is a great movie. It is. Or that movie where people are trapped in a certain area and can't leave, reliving the same day. You mean Groundhog Day? Yeah, it's it's basically the same story, the same concept, but presented in a very different way. It was never explained why the time thing happened in Groundhog Day. Yep, with the van as well. Spoilers. Same concept. The same type concept. Trace, reverse away! Don't put the cutoff on max reverse. Run away! Lol. That is frustrating. Got trapped in a no-win scenario. Yeah, I mean, each of us has to face the Kobayashi Maru at one point or another, so I guess this was our time. Sorry that ended that way, but enjoyed the route. Yeah, it's okay. It was fun while we were driving. Alright. Looks like it. Also, 1201, the movie? Yes, 1201. That's the movie that, with the actor who, played Red in that 70s show. You know the one I mean. Groundhog Day. Yeah. Although the beggar's side plot was sad. Yes, because that was a fixed point. Yes, he could do anything he wanted with the beggar. He could make his that day as pleasant as possible, but the beggar was already doomed to die. So, yeah. Spoilers! Right, thanks for the stream, enjoyed it. Yes, we were supposed to do RCT3 as well, but here we are. So it is. Which show do you mean? Yeah. So just shout-outs at the end. Kango Fango streams as well on Sundays. Very nice stuff. Streams driving trains and trucks and... Shanice, no! Feel free to go 30 minutes overtime. 30 minutes overtime? Really? Thanks, stream. Well, if we're gonna go 30... I mean, I don't know. Should I? Should I really? What do the rest of the chat think? What do the rest of chat think? Do you think I should go 30 minutes overtime to play a half an hour of RCT3? If anybody's still there. Some people might have left. Oh, that one. No, feel free to add. With RC3, thanks for the stream. Thanks for the shout out. Enjoyed it despite the game destroying itself. Yeah, it was fun. Yes, Red Ice, was looking forward to it. I need to make supper for my father, so I'll have to pack it in, but don't let that stop you. Okay, well then, enjoy your evening, Mr. Snipes. And I will go for half an hour with RCT3. I will end the stream and restart it, so that it saves it as 2 separate files. But we'll be right back then, after these short messages.